Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome once again. We are so excited for you to be here for our Unification Thursdays series. We are meeting every Thursday this month to really give members an opportunity to get to know NASW New York, our board, the things that we do, some of our committees, just to kind of get a little closer and be able to ask questions. So today you are going to meet our board members, and included in our board is our division directors. But before we move forward, we just want to reflect. Today is 9/11, and just want to take a pause to reflect on September 11th, 2001. And I certainly remember where I was in 2001, and I'm sure many of us do. And as we know, that day forever changed our nation and also the world. I want us to remember the nearly 3,000 lives that were lost, the families who still carry the grief, our first responders, recovery workers, and also everyday people who showed extraordinary courage in the face of unimaginable tragedy. Just want to take a moment of silence. Thank you. We are going to move forward with our agenda, and we're going to begin. Let's jump right in, Angelique.
Okay, everyone, give me a moment while I share my screen. Bear with me. Okay, we're meeting the board. And here is our full board and all of our division directors. We have Warren Graham, who is our board president, in collaboration with Germán Sanchez, who's also the president. Our president-elect is Dr. Patricia Gray. Our vice president is Rolanda Ward, Dr. Rolanda Ward. Dr. Marina Badillo Diaz is here with us today. She's the secretary. And I believe we have some student representatives as well, Gabriela Amaral Liz, as well as Camilla C. Pasha, who is our BSW and MSW representatives. If you guys want to take a moment and speak really briefly, our board members, let's start with Marina, who's here with us today.
Yes. Hi. So welcome, everyone. It's great to see the turnout. I'm really excited to be in this position, serving as a secretary. I just come with the experience of working at our National School Social Work Association, and I currently right now work in higher education from New York City, working at Hunter College, Columbia, and also NYU. I do some consulting on social work and artificial intelligence. So I'm really passionate and an advocate in this space of really understanding how to integrate this technology ethically and responsibly in this work. Looking forward to our conference. It's coming up next year, which I'm certainly will be talking about that tonight. But thanks again, and looking forward to networking with everybody.
Excellent, thank you. Let's have our student representatives. Gabriela, let's start with you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gabriela. I am starting my second year of the MSW at Columbia. I am very excited and looking forward to work with all of you and also for new opportunities for all of us. We're starting this work, but at the same time, I feel like it's a work that never ends. And I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to work with all of you.
Thank you so much. Camilla, would you like to share a word or two?
Sure. Hi, guys. My name is Camila. I'm the BSW rep. I'm in my last year in the program at Stony Brook, which is really exciting. Right now, I'll just a little bit about me really quick. My internship is currently at Risewell, and I'm a psychiatric social work intern. And I'm also a LEND Fellow, which is a fellowship that Stony Brook offers in leadership education and neurodevelopmental and related disabilities. So similar to Gabriella, I look forward to working with a lot of you and networking and the opportunities that are coming our way.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Before we engage with the division directors that are with us today, we do have some videos that we wanted to share from some of our division directors that were unable to join us today. So let's move forward. This is our Bronx Division Director.
We can't hear the
No
sound.
volume.
Oh, hold on. 1 second. Of course, that happens. Share sound. Give me a second. You'd think having 2 screens would help.
Good afternoon, social workers. My name is Giovanni Singh, and it's an honor to serve as a Bronx Division Director of National Association of Social Workers. I am so sorry I'm not able to be part of the meeting today. I'm actually teaching. I teach in 2 different universities, and plus I am a PhD student. I've also had my shares as a clinical social worker in the field for the past 15 years. But now I am giving back to the community is by educating our new future leaders in the higher education system. I walk with 3 fundamental processes. Okay, the first is I'm here to support you. Okay, I'm here to, whether you need guidance on cases or professional development or just someone to listen to. Okay, I'm here. I feel like no social worker should face any challenges alone. Second is to guide our division with excellence, okay, towards excellence, as far as enhancing professional development, strengthening our network, and ensuring every member has the resources needed to succeed, okay? And third is to advocate for our profession and the communities we serve, okay? I believe in the power of collaboration, okay? My vision for our division is one where every voice is heard, okay? Where innovation is encouraged and where we work together, right? To address the pressing social issues of our time, especially now, okay? So once again, please don't hesitate to reach out to me with your ideas, any concerns, or just to simply connect, okay? I'm excited to work alongside each one of you as we continue to advance the mission of social work here in the Bronx. Thank you, and I look forward to serving you. Have a nice day.
This video is from Martha Schultz from the Northeast Division.
Hi, everybody. My name is Martha Schultz. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, school social worker, and psychiatric nurse practitioner, and it's the privilege to be your Northeast Division Director. Our committee meets once a month via Zoom. It is the 3rd Tuesday at 7 p.m. We have an agenda that we go through, and we have a series of goals. Our main goals are under recruitment, networking, and professional development. Throughout the years, we've done a hybrid of online and in-person events. Currently, if you attend one of our meetings, which I welcome you to, we are working on a virtual book study, working on in-person collaboration and networking together events. We're also looking at future professional development in terms of school social work, rural social work, and other aspects. We are a great bunch of social workers from current practice, students, and also retired social workers. We welcome you to our division and to our meetings, and hopefully you can attend and collaborate with us. Looking forward to meeting you.
This next video is from Justina Rezawinski, our Queens Division Director.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Justina Rosinski, and I am the Queens Division Director for the NASW New York chapter. Unfortunately, I was not able to make the unification meeting due to teaching. However, I wanted to introduce myself and to let everyone know about my experience. I'm currently a licensed clinical social worker and a PhD candidate, and I have lived in Queens all of my life. I have been working with people on parole for over 10 years. While working with this population, I noticed how the policies that are put in place do not help but harm. Therefore, I decided to enroll in a PhD program and to do more macro social work. After I worked with people on parole, I went to work on Rikers Island, where my advocacy really began. I witnessed the inhumane practice of deadlocking, which led me to resign and speak out about this practice. This has really fueled my passion for advocacy. I'm currently involved in a lot of advocacy groups that are leading the campaign to close Rikers and to advocate for those that are currently detained and in prisons. I'm also an adjunct professor at LIU Brooklyn in the social work department and John Jay College of Criminal Justice, where I graduated with my bachelor's. I graduated with my master's in social work from Hunter College. I'm really excited to be the Queens Division Director, and I believe that we are stronger together and that together we can make some meaningful change. I'm excited to meet all of you and to begin the work. Thank you.
Our last video is from Riquelme Lamour, who is our Manhattan Division Director.
Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Riquelme Lamour. I serve as the Manhattan Division Director for NASW New York State. I wish I could be there with all of you live tonight, but unfortunately I had a prior commitment at my daughter's school. I am grateful for the opportunity to share a few words by video and to introduce myself to our community. So a little bit about me. I am a licensed clinical social worker, currently serving as the Director of Behavioral Health and Social Work at Souls Community Care, located in the Bronx. My passion is really in social work and advancing equitable access to mental health, especially in immigrant and BIPOC communities. In addition to my work in healthcare and administrative healthcare, I also consult on psychological evaluations for asylum seekers, supporting immigrant communities that are really trying to navigate this incredibly difficult journey right now. And I also work as an adjunct professor at the University of Mount St. Vincent, where I teach several social work classes to undergrad BA students, intro to social work practice, and sociology of mental disorders. Sorry, I was trying to remember all of them. So I am really grateful to be able to connect with the kind of next generation of social workers. As Manhattan Division Director, some of my priorities this year are really to build community engagement. I would love to create some type of networking space where members can connect, learn, and share resources. I'm also really interested in developing further professional development, offering trainings, and having conversations that really highlight the realities of practice in New York, particularly around trauma-informed care, mental health, and community-based interventions. I'm especially committed in mentoring MSW students and early career social workers. I feel like our role is not just what we're doing today, but also really investing and fostering the next wave of social workers that are going to shape our profession tomorrow. So I would love to hear from you. I want to ensure that Manhattan voices are heard at the statewide level, all the tables that are available, and encouraging members to step into leadership, whether that's through committees, events, or collaborations. I really, really encourage you to please attend meetings, to keep up with social media, with LinkedIn, with all the posts with NASW, to get involved. I'm excited about the year ahead and the chance to work alongside so many of you, such dedicated colleagues in the field. And I really just encourage you to get involved in each of your divisions. Please bring your ideas, please bring your suggestions, and let's make this a really vibrant and supportive community together. Thank you so much for your time. I look forward to connecting with many of you in the weeks ahead, and I'm excited to meet you and hear your thoughts. Thank you, and have a good night.
Those were great videos from some of our division directors. I know we have some folks from the board who just joined the event. Let's see, who can I call out? Germán, you just joined us. Would you like to share a few words with some of our members?
Yes, hi, welcome everyone to another amazing year, another school year that's happening. For those who are joining us, brand new to the field, welcome. For those of us who are continuing members, welcome. I am excited for this board and the unification process. We are combining our resources. We are coming together as a team to better serve New York State. And it's amazing to see that. And it's amazing to see the hard work that the staff is doing in creating amazing programming, community events and CEs, policy works to help strengthen our profession across the state, and really trying to really solidify the work of social work and what we do, and to strengthen our profession. So thank you and welcome everybody.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Let's move to our Brooklyn Division Director, if you'd like to share a few words. So I want to say originally we had set it up where we expected a lot of members to be here, and we were going to put you in your breakout rooms. I think it'll be much more fruitful and productive for us to have a conversation as a group. So we'll stay in the main room, but we will connect you with your division directors. Very, very soon you'll have access to your division meetings. There's a brand new division section in your weekly digest that you should be receiving on Wednesdays. So we look forward to that. Let's start with Rachel. I'm sorry, you're the Brooklyn Division Director. Yes. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, it was great to hear all those videos of the other division directors. I don't know how much the members who are here know, but we merged, the state level and the city, NASW, NYC, and NY merged recently. So this is like a sort of a new thing for us. And, also there was no Brooklyn division before in this way, where we had a director and, for these other, I guess, boroughs too. So it's a brave new world, and I'm excited. I guess we're going to learn about it together. I don't know if there's Brooklyn. Is any Brooklyn in the house? Yes, maybe. So I'm excited to sort of figure this out with you guys together. It was super inspiring to hear the way the other division directors sort of expressed their visions for the what the next year is going to look like. We're going to be having meetings once a month on Wednesdays. It's, I think, 7:30. Our next one is September 24th. It's our first one, very first one. My goal is to have these meetings in person. I kind of am a little bit of a Luddite. Like, I like real life. So first meeting is going to be virtual, but my goal is to be able to actually meet in person if possible. Maybe we'll do some kind of a hybrid if people would rather come, virtually, but I really like, I'm sure lots of social workers feel the same way. Like, we like people, so we like to meet in person. And yeah, I'd like to echo just like networking. Yes. Support. Yes. I want to be a support for people. My background is I've been in private practice for a while, but, I think what initially drew me to the field, my mom is a social worker, so second generation social worker. There's that. And so she raised me with the social work values. But, what drew me was, ideas around big picture, helping create a more just world, a world where people can get their needs met in a way that makes sense, and where people aren't like spinning their wheels and stuck in unhealthy situations. So, clinical is great, and it's been great. And I'm actually I hear a couple of people going for PhDs. I'm doing my psychoanalytic training right now at the Center for Modern Psychoanalytic Studies in Manhattan. Very interesting. If anyone has questions about that kind of thing, I'm happy to talk too. But I want to keep my focus on the big picture as well. And so if I'm guess what I'm thinking about is what could be useful to members. I want to know what could be useful to you guys in the Brooklyn division specifically. What, why did you join NASW? What do you need from us? What are your, what are your questions? What are your concerns? The thing that I think is could be useful about us getting together is comparing notes about, anything you're noticing, any patterns you're noticing, where we could see like types of resolutions, things we can do to help solve big picture issues. My favorite thing in the whole world is when you take two problems and put them together and make a solution. So sometimes that is a thing. Just for a quick example, and then one of the things I did AmeriCorps at some point, and one of the things we did was we had older adult volunteers who were like maybe depressed, isolated, volunteer with kids who were behind in literacy, and to read with them. So I'm like, that's one of my favorite type of things. Sometimes you can come together and realize you might actually have a solution right under your nose for something that's been a problem for multiple people. So that's what I'm sort of hoping for, that kind of just sort of alchemical, magic that happens when social workers put their heads together. So if anyone has any questions, I guess we'll be sending out our contact info. So I'm looking forward to hearing from anyone, and hoping to see people at the meeting, first virtually and then IRL. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Rachel. As Rachel mentioned, this is the first time that we've had divisions in the city. We merged officially in July. This is a very, very exciting place for all of us to be. And I know the staff especially has worked so hard to make sure that our programming is seamless and that you get all of the information that you need. Our members are our priority. So we want to make sure that you guys have everything that you need in order to succeed as a member of the chapter. Next up, we're going to introduce you to Gina Corona from the Central Division Director. Gina, whenever you're ready.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Gina Corona, and I work in Syracuse, New York. I'm a licensed clinical social worker with an R number, for those of you who remember that. I have been in mental health my entire career, predominantly with kids and families. I graduated from Syracuse and decided to stay in the area. I also grew up in Brooklyn. I put that in the chat, so shout out to my peeps from downstate. What I'd like to do with our division is what our members want. I really want to hear from them. I want to see what their interests are. Syracuse is a very close-knit community, and we have lots of smaller communities in the outskirts. So if you're in Oswego, Cortland, or Auburn area, Watertown, you're all a part of this division. But we have hubs. I know a lot of folks work in those outlying areas as well, and we want to hear from you. We want to be involved. If I need to come out that way for a meeting and to do meetings. I also like in-person meetings. I think it helps to connect. It helps to network, and it helps to build community. So the only way we can connect and work on, common themes and threads is by learning from each other. One of my greatest accomplishments that I'm so excited about is, as a state employee, I was able to advocate for pay increases for social workers. Win some, lose some. Not every grade got it, but we did get some, and we got our foot in the door, which is awesome. The recognition for clinical social workers took a turn for the best for once, and that was really an exciting win. Again, my direction is what the members want. So I look forward to hearing from you, getting emails or phone calls, showing up to our division meeting. Our division meeting will be the fourth day of the month. If we don't get a lot of interest in virtual, we might go to those in person. Like I said, we recently had an in-person meeting, and we had a bit of a turnout. I thought it was pretty successful for a first meeting. I tend to use a local hotel that allows us to use their space and their amenities. And it was a very comfortable spot. People enjoyed. So I look forward to meeting all of you in my division. And a shout out to anybody who is in the Utica area who doesn't have and has a vacancy. I just want you to know you're always welcome to jump over to Syracuse and let's talk, okay? If you need anything. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Gina. I do want to point out, I know we're bringing up in-person events. We are working on finding locations around the city, upstate. If you have any venues that you think would welcome division meetings or even special division events, we would love to hear it so we can coordinate and get you guys together in the same room. Next up, let's move forward. Next up, we have Jackie Muller from the Hudson Valley. She is the Hudson Valley Director. Jackie, whenever you're ready.
Sure, thank you. I'm so excited that the unification took place and that we're all going to band together and make our forces even stronger. And I am Jackie Muller. I'm a licensed clinical social worker with the R. That's my office mate, Willow. Sorry, she was quiet a minute ago. So I'm the owner of a family therapy practice that focuses on providing services to, let me just get it. Of course, I was quiet the whole time. That focuses on working with families and trauma and bringing solution-focused tactics to helping the community that we serve, both individuals, families, and the larger community. So my background was in staff development and networking, also providing opportunities for people to get mentoring. So I've always mentored other social workers, younger baby social workers on up. So I really want to bring some of that into the division. And last night I was so excited to have a division meeting with a lot of show up. So we're going to try to get some in-person slots going on in the Hudson Valley. And my region tends, I think it's the largest one in distance from, I think. It looks like that on our map. So we will try to hit all 9 counties that I'm covering and get everybody involved as much as we possibly can. I want to hear from you. So there's, email me, call me. I want to be accessible to people. So I look forward to meeting some people in person and at the next division meeting, which is the second Wednesday of the month at 7:30. So let's get together and develop some connections. And last night's meeting, we were trying to develop a resource list. So if you have resources that you'd like on our list, I'd love you to send them to us. And as that list gets robust, I'll share it with the whole chapter. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackie. I appreciate that. We all do. Next up, we're going to speak with Ramon Ruiz, who is the Division Director of the Westchester Division. Ramon, whenever you're ready.
Yes, thank you so much for that. Hey, everyone. My name is Ramon. I am the Westchester Division Director. I work in the Hedward Martin Institute. I am a social worker, so I work with LGBTQI youth 13 to 24. I'm currently a PhD student at the CUNY Graduate Center, pursuing my PhD in social welfare. My hope for this is to really connect with the community in Westchester. It's to create a very safe, affirming space so that we can share ideas, speak about some solutions that we can come up with when it comes to community issues. I'm really hoping that not only to work with Westchester, but also collaborate with all my other fellow division directors. I'm really looking forward to that and creating that community. And so, yeah, I welcome anyone, whomever is on the call, part of Westchester, please reach out to me. I'm really hoping to connect very, very soon and, just start doing the work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramon. Next, actually, I think this is our last division director that's in the room with us tonight, but most certainly not least is Linda Battaglia, who is the Division Director of the Western Division. Linda, whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Linda Battaglia, Western Division Director. I am a licensed clinical social worker, and I've been in the field for about 25 years, mainly focusing on mental health, emergency mental health, forensic social work, and clinical administration. Currently, I am the County Commissioner for Mental Hygiene. in Genesee County. So I oversee the mental hygiene system in the county for mental health, substance use, and intellectual developmental disabilities, including all the providers that are in the county as well. In addition to being the CEO of the county-run mental health clinic or an outpatient clinic in Genesee County. I graduated, I think in 2001. My main areas have really been mental health, clinical administration, emergency mental health, and forensics. I was the forensic chief at Attica Correctional Facility for 7 years. And I worked with the Department of Corrections and the Office of Mental Health to ensure mental health services were being provided to the population. I have a small private practice where I provide outpatient therapy to first responders, law enforcement, corrections staff, spouses, and funeral directors. And I'm also an adjunct professor at the University of Buffalo, where I'm a field seminar instructor. I teach a summer course on assessing lethality. So working with assessing lethality, any areas of suicidality is definitely an area of passion for mine. And I'm also very involved in threat assessment and behavioral threat assessment management teams. So I'm a member of the Association of Threat Assessment Professionals and a master trainer for Homeland Security on threat assessment. I think for the Western region, my main goal is really to, there's a lot of rural counties in the Western region. So one of my main goals is to really, increase membership and bring folks to the table in the Western region. Because of the rural counties, it poses its own set of rural challenges and barriers to, access to services. And my goal is to really have social workers in the field, new and experienced, coming to the table so that they have support. I also love mentoring newer folks to the field, social workers. That's why I'm a field seminar instructor at UB, just to provide them with guidance and really to come together to figure out how can we, make services more accessible to the people we serve in our rural counties. I had my first meeting and some of my members are on this, which I'm really happy about. And I'm just, I'm excited to take the role and we'll see where it goes.
Thank you so much for our division directors that are here with us today. Let's look at this screen and we can shout some of the other folks out who were unable to attend this evening. Again, our board president, one of our board presidents, Dr. Warren Graham, our president-elect, Dr. Patricia Gray, unfortunately, they were unable to make it, along with Dr. Rolanda Ward, who's our vice president. Let's look at these other names. Nicole E. Henderson, who is our director for the Nassau County Division. We also have Gianna Rodriguez, who's the division director for Staten Island, as well as Dawn Shedrick, who is the division director for Suffolk. Now, as you can see on this screen, we have two divisions that currently have vacant spaces. I'm going to pass the mic along to Dr. Kennedy, Dr. Shakira A. Kennedy, who is the executive director of the chapter, and she can give you kind of a sense of how you can get involved, perhaps in becoming a division director, voting for division directors. Dr. Kennedy, whenever you're ready.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Angelique. And thank you to all of the division directors and board members that have, spoken about your vision for your respective divisions, and also those board members that just talked about, the excitement of participation. And that's really where we are, right? If you are interested in participating in the New York chapter, please reach out to us. We have Genesee Valley that's vacant, recently vacant, unfortunately. And we also have Mohawk Valley. If you are interested in any of those two areas, please reach out to NASW New York on our info account, and Angelique will put that in the chat right now. Or if you know someone, right? So if you're not personally interested, but you may know someone who may be interested, we'll love to hear that from you. Oftentimes, division directors and also our boards, they are elected, but because the elections have ended, they will be appointed, right? So if you reach out, we reach out to them, they're okay with doing some of the responsibilities. And what that is really having meetings with members in your area and also being creative. We have Elaine Raffrey is also on this call, who was a former Western Division Director. So she's here supporting us. So good to see you, Elaine. So you bring people together, you connect with your schools, you participate in NASW. We will have Capital Action Day coming up February 10th. That is also an opportunity for students and universities to really get involved, to teach students about advocacy, to allow them to engage with their elected officials, right? And we also talk about how do we even get the priorities that we are advocating for. So it's such a great learning opportunity. It's a great opportunity, as Jackie talked about, sharing resources. Gina talked about collaboration. So, and also kind of thinking about what do you want to see for NASW, right? We are open to just about anything to ensure that we are serving the members, right? And that a part of that service is to ensure that you are getting what you need when you are part of this association with NASW New York. Any questions at all that people may have?
If you have questions, please feel free to unmute. I'm going to stop sharing the screen. If you want to say something, please feel free to unmute. You could also drop it in the chat if you're more comfortable doing that. In the meantime, for folks, let me formally introduce myself. My name is Angelique Imani Rodriguez. I'm the manager of membership engagement and special programs with the chapter. If you've seen a lot of the NASW New York Cares community engagement events going up, I coordinate a lot of those in collaboration with various folks, organizations, students. I look forward to working with divisions to creating some community engagement opportunities across the state. I also work with the SIGs and various other folks in the chapter. I work hand in hand with the policy team, and occasionally I work with the professional development coordinator to set up some items in terms of CE. We have loads of things on the horizon. Coming up, we have a school social worker series. I aim to create and coordinate a rural social workers series specifically. So I believe it was Linda that brought that up. Linda, I will be tapping you on the shoulder fairly soon to get to start talking about that. We're looking forward to that in 2026. As Dr. Kennedy mentioned, we also have some items coming up. Capital Action Day. We're having our first CE conference as a unified chapter, which is a big deal. It'll also be a hybrid opportunity. We are accepting call for proposals for those division directors. I'm looking at you, and I'm also looking at you, members, as you're not off the hook. Outside of that, if there are any questions, please feel free to raise your hand, unmute, drop your questions in the chat. We are welcoming those questions or comments. And if you don't have a question, I want to see what kinds of things you want to see at the chapter. Right. So if you want to drop that in the chat or speak to that, we are very, very open. We have open ears. We have a few more minutes to go. Yes, call for proposals. Thank you, Marina, for dropping that in the chat. There's so many exciting and beautiful things that are happening at the chapter. We're very excited. It's a lot. It's a lot, but we are working on getting you the programming and the information and resources that you need to succeed. So I'll just give it a minute or so for you folks. If you have any questions, we have an ear.
I have a question. I'm sorry, I can't be on camera right now.
No worries.
Okay. I go to Capella University. I'm remote right now, but I'm about to start my first internship year next month, and I'm getting my MSW, and I wanted to know, is there like guiding materials that you guys can help the first time people who's becoming a social worker that can help pass the state board exam, getting licensed by the state?
Yes, so I could jump in here. So we absolutely do have resources. It is posted on our website, and once we
Okay.
find it, we'll drop the link there for you. But we
Okay.
are also open to having a conversation, right? About what are some things that you should start thinking about? How do you begin to, just even thinking about the questions, right? How to break them down. We can have those conversations with you. And
Okay.
within your respective division, you have someone who's also there. So if you need to have any sort of conversations or discussions, we have like old exams, that we can also offer people. I mean, they're really old, but at least it gets you to understand, okay, this is how I have to think about answering these questions and thinking about strategy as well.
Okay, because I live in Manhattan and I work in the Bronx, so I wouldn't know
Okay.
which division to be in.
Yeah. So
That's
you can either go ahead, Angelique. Did you want to say something?
no, not at all, please.
Oh, so if it's really where you live, right? So
Okay.
it's Raquelme, right? But if you are in the Bronx predominantly, then you can also, participate in the Bronx division, right? So if you're there when the
Okay.
meetings are taking place, then that's where you kind of sit and live. All right. So I can
Okay.
introduce you to both of those division directors so
Mm-hmm.
you can have access. Jackie, jump in.
I was going to say, if you travel up to Dutchess County at any time or up in the Hudson Valley and you want to come to our division meeting, I'm not kicking anyone out. So
Thank you.
That's right.
So we have some questions that were dropped in the chat, and the school social work series, actually, we have a few events coming up. Will be in promotion, if not by next week, then the following week after that. But it will be in November. So you'll have some time to register and look those over. We're going to have some incredible guests with us. We're going to focus on, there's an event on policy around school social workers, as well as a panel on licensure, how to apply to become a school social worker, choosing your role. There's a handful of really, really great events that we'll be having for that particular series. So stay tuned for that. If you are signed up for our email list, every Wednesday, you should be receiving your weekly email digest. It has various sections where you can get all of the information that you need about what's happening at the chapter, be it your divisions, be it CE, students, advocacy, cares, anything that we have going on at the chapter, and then some. We do often include various community organization events and things of that nature. So just keep your eyes open for those Wednesday emails. And if you're not on that list, email me. I dropped the email for you in the chat. We can definitely add you to that email list so you're on that. Cheryl asks, why was the recent election ballot requiring members to vote for all division directors instead of just for our own division? Dr. Kennedy?
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a really great question. So we had something that's called special elections, right? Because of the unification, New York City did not have divisions, and we essentially created divisions based on the recommendation from our unification task force, that we essentially had divisions for state and also downstate. So with the special election, we still have to vote, right? We still have to ensure that people are voted in, even if they only receive one vote, that is a vote. So that is a part of the requirement. We noticed that most, if there wasn't anyone contesting the opponent, right? There was no opponent. Most people just kind of like voted all the way, straight down, which is also fine. But there has to be a vote. So that's why.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Kennedy. We have a question from Elaine Renfret, one of our rock stars of the chapter. What is the possibility to invite members of admin, I believe, ADM, to attend division meetings virtually or in person? ED, board pres, Angelique, policy folks, etc.
Oh yeah, right.
So you're asking what, how to, and if there's a possibility to invite members of the staff to attend division meetings virtually in person?
Yes.
Is that your question?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It is absolutely possible. I know that I'm supposed to be going to, I want to say Linda. I'm going to Linda's
Yeah, Western,
division.
right.
Right, that's right. So yeah, so I've already started looking at flights because I was like, can I drive out there? No, or the train. So I'm going to have to fly to go out there to attend one of the meetings, right? So it is possible. Let us know if you'd like me to come or if you'd like someone else to attend. We're more than happy to come out. And I think I might come with either maybe my policy coordinator, either Amanda or Gideon, also maybe coming out to have a little bit more representation. Mhm.
I am always happy to join, albeit virtually. I have a Metro card though. I will be here. I'm always here to support. If you have any questions, my main goal is to make sure that you all, everyone feels supported. So the division directors are able to get information out to our members, get these events, these special events, their meetings out in the open, get people to in the room, whether it's virtual or whether it's in person. That's my goal, is to make sure everybody has what they need. Barry, you have your hand raised. I would love to hear what you have to say.
Okay. A couple of things. In the rural social work area and the school social work area, this NASW has the special interest groups, which meet on a regular basis. So
yes,
if you go to the website, you'll get the schedule of the meeting. And it just so happens Martha Schultz, who is the division director of the Northeast Division, is very involved in both of those things.
Yeah, we tapped her on the shoulder. She certainly was a huge help in terms of coordinating that series.
So I think it's really important. But the other thing, I will tell you a little story. A few years ago, NASW had an all-member forum or whatever, and I raised the issue, what do we do about senior and retired social workers? There is nothing for us. And I was challenged by Sam, who was the executive director, okay, why don't you do something about it? And we now have a special interest group for that group. And so if you speak up, if you see something that is missing, get involved, become the solution. It is a very open organization and wants you to be involved. And it's very easy to complain about what's not there. To have things there, you need to be involved.
Barry,
Thank you so
you're
much,
great.
Barry.
That's awesome. Herman wanted to share some words. Herman?
Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself when I jumped in. I was leaving from one meeting to another, but my name's Herman Sanchez. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm one of the presidents. In my career, I am in my 7th year of social work. I am an Army social worker. For those who don't know, that means I get to wear the uniform and I get to jump out of planes and do a lot of Army stuff with soldiers and service members. And so, as I said earlier, we welcome everybody. This is a good chapter. This is one of the biggest chapters in our organization. I like to think it's probably one of the more diverse and one of the more forward-thinking when it comes to staff, when it comes to everybody bringing in the resources to try to solve issues and really try to lift the voice of social work. And so we welcome everybody. As I said plenty of times in the past, we welcome every idea. We will work with it, even with our limited resources. So we always welcome that. So thank you and welcome everybody.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
I was really, it's almost over. The hour that we had to share with you all is, I can't believe it's 6:50. I was so nervous about today. I'm really happy to have met everyone here. Do we have any last words from any of our division directors? Anyone that wants to share comments, questions? We're very, very open with the last few moments that we have together.
I would just like to second what Barry said. And Barry, I need to talk to you at some point. I put a thing in the chat. But if you want to see something happen, then be the change. Just get involved. And even if you're not in a division director capacity, if someone you click with or if someone you think could help you bring something to light, then I would say just connect with them. I'm always available to talk to anybody who wants someone to listen and give them some ideas or share ideas, but I think that we should all just step up and lean in.
Rachel?
Oh, I just wanted to say that this has been a really, I said before the word inspiring. It's been a very nice way to end September 11th, because I think everybody here, like, it's reaffirming my faith in like humanity. I feel like there's so much negativity in the world that we could kind of get sucked into. And I feel like just being with social workers, like, shocker, it's really inspiring. Like, it's nice to be with a group of people who want to create positive change. I can just feel it through the internet. So it bodes well for the rest of the year, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. I want to thank our division directors, our board members, everyone that puts in the work and the time and the efforts and the energy. I know that sometimes a day can feel like a week. So I just want to acknowledge everything that you're doing to support the chapter, everything you've done to support the unification. The staff, I know I'm speaking on behalf of them, but I will say that we're very excited to move forward with the divisions and get really into the nitty gritty of this work with everyone. Elaine left me a really beautiful message, and I'm just so appreciative of that. I am passionate about supporting NASW. I am passionate about supporting New York social workers. So I'm very, very proud to be here with all of you today. We do have a few more minutes for the event, but if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the chat. I will stop the recording at 6:55, just in case we have any last minute questions or comments. Thank you everyone for being here today.
Don't forget, if you want to see something, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Also, if you're here, we do have more Unification Thursdays coming up. Next week, we have, on September 18th, we have our SIG event where you'll get to find out how to get involved with special interest groups and committees at the chapter, learn about the ones that are currently active. You'll see me again. And the last one we have on September 25th will be focused on a lot of the advocacy work that we're doing at the chapter. You'll get to meet the AGR committee, the PACE committee. You'll also get involved with our policy team. So make sure you get involved with that. We have so many things coming up on the calendar at the start of this autumn. So we hope to see you at some of these events for sure. And again, feel free to message us, to email us. Let us know what you want to see at the chapter, what kind of programming or opportunities you want to see, and we will do our best to make sure that it happens for all of you. Once again, thank you so much. Dr. Kenny, do you have any last words before I stop the recording?
Just want to echo what Angelique has said. Thank you all for showing up, for being interested in this chapter. We cannot do this work without you. We cannot do this work without you. So please, we are looking for your ideas, advice, whatever it is you can provide. If you want us to come out, we'll come out. Whatever it is, we will do, right? You are the backbone of this chapter, and I want people to recognize that. We're also thinking, how do we celebrate people who have been a part of this chapter for years, right? So if you have ideas about that, we want to honor those that continue to renew, that continue to stay with us and allow us to do the work that we do. So I'm absolutely open to that. We have a couple of ideas, but we want to also put that out there, right, in the universe, that we want some innovation. How do we honor people?
Thanks so much, everybody, for being here once again. We appreciate you. Make sure you stay tuned. Capital Action Day, CE Conference, CARES, CE, we got tons of stuff going on. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your day.